Hello everyone, Phoenix61 here with another World of Warships Legends video. How goes it? We are in the Colbert today. This is this is the legendary tier French cruiser. I do not play with this ship very much. I think there was an event going on for the week or so with one of these past campaigns where every win you got with, there was like a single win bonus where you'd get like a crate or some consumables or something. So I was making the rounds on my higher level ships to get those rewards. So we played the Colbert, but this is sort of your, hide behind land, fire spam the crap out of anything that gets spotted kind of ship, right? So we will try and attempt to take on that strategy. So we will head towards cover here, and I will test my patience to see what kind of things pop up. So we do get spotted here, so I'm assuming there's a destroyer pressing in somewhere over here, right on the enemy team. And we'll peek our heads out around the corner here. Not too much, right? We are in a cruiser, right? Keep in mind, this can go down quite quickly. And we do get spotted again here. So we know there's probably a destroyer, over here on this side where this Colbert is calling out for us as well, right? So while being spotted, we might as well shoot our guns since we are spotted. But I'm going to try and make my way back around behind this cover here and kind of see. We'll gauge if and when we go undetected. And that can hopefully help us figure out. And I realized I was shooting HE, and I was like, why are we not causing fires? So we switched to, or we were shooting AP. So we switched back to HE. And we take a bad hit here again. We need to not be spotted. This is the problem here. I do have to give it to these two destroyer players. The only thing I would gripe about here is the fact that they're both over here on this side, right? Like, it'd be nice to have somebody, out on the other flank spotting for our teammates on that side. But they do an incredible job of, one, not dying, important, right, as a destroyer player, especially these days, right? But also just keeping things spotted while in the process of not dying, they kept a lot of stuff spotted for us, and it really let us take advantage of the situation, right? So circumstance presented itself, like I always say, like this game's circumstantial, right? Depends on what your teammates are doing, depends on the ship you have, it depends on what you're up against, like all that kind of fun stuff. But they managed to keep this Colbert spotted for quite a little while here, and we're able to get some decent hits on him. Of course, we're taking a beating ourselves. But this Colbert is the problem, right? Like, if we can get rid of him or at least scare him off, we're going to be able to kind of go to town DPS-wise. We're a little bit closer to the island here. I'm keeping an eye on the minimap where those battleships are on the enemy team. Just kind of hopes that they... Yeah, you can see all this fire hitting it like they want us dead, right? They're like, cruiser, kill it hard. But we're going to take advantage of the fact that we can shoot this Colbert and we're not taking fire anymore. He's almost gone, right? Like, that would have been really, really sweet to get rid of him. But we'll back up. Hopefully we've at least scared him off for the time being. He didn't have a lot of health left, so if he does pop up again, hopefully we can finish him off quickly, or maybe our destroyer buddies can finish him as well. But these destroyers are, you notice this one here was moving away, right? He's trying to stay out of spotting range. And he is going to be able to keep things spotted for us. And so we are just going to be able to go to town. We got 4 battleships over here, and we are in a fire spam, HE fire spam cruiser. So this is just going to be, the dream scenario, right? And then what we're going to do here is we're going to see who has a fire and who doesn't. And if one of these guys does not have a fire, we are going to give him a fire. So right now, the Minnesota is the only one of these 3 that doesn't have a fire. So we're going to pick on him until he does. And it's just going to be rinse and repeat the rest of the game. Right? So now we're actually finally able to do some damage if we can get score some of these hits, right? But we've got some fires going. But yeah, shooting the destroyer didn't give us much, but now we're cooking with fire, right? Literally, up to 50,000 damage. We'll see how high we can get. There's a lot of damage potential out here between these 4 battleships on this side. Got a fire on the Burgoyne. We'll switch back to the Minnesota. We're a little close to the island here. We're hitting the island with some of the shells. With some of the bullets. And then we're just keeping an eye on how much we back up here so that we don't get picked up by the Minnesota. And he's going to make this turn that he's doing here is just not going to work out well for him. 2 fires there for him. We'll switch to the Schlieffen. And this does double duty as well, right? If we can trigger these guys to use their damage control, right? Then these destroyers, if they trigger floods, like it's just going to be a death sentence for these battleships in that situation then, right? Another fire for Schlieffen. Schlieffen number 1. I forgot there's 2 Schlieffens over here. Well, it looks like he used his damage con right away, that first one. And here comes the Colbert again. We'll see if we can help out with him. Hopefully our destroyers know what to do, and they do. I gotta give a shout out to these guys because we would not have had this good of a game without them keeping these battleships spotted, right? Spot battleships, stay alive. Your 2 things that you should do. So we're moved away from the island just a little bit here as these guys press in. We need our shelves to be able to clear the island, so we had to move away a little bit. Another fire for him. We'll switch it up. Who doesn't have a fire? Alright, this is the only other one we can hit right now anyway. Looks like he does have a fire on him still though. Burgoyne's gonna go down quick here. Here we go, this Schlieffen doesn't have a fire. Up to 130,000 damage now. Again, we're moving away as these guys press in. Keeping this island in between us and them. I think if they would have, like, you know, spread out a little bit or something here, right? Like somebody would be able to pick us up at some point, but they kind of were able to just maneuver, you know, mirror their maneuvers, right? And just keep this island in between us and them. There's no other destroyers left, right? So we don't have to worry about anything else spotting us. There's 1 cruiser left that's still over by their base, so this worked out pretty easily to just keep these 3 battleships in between, you know, this island in between us and these 3 battleships. Pop the high caliber there. This Schlieffen's the only one left now at this point, at least on this side. And you notice our destroyer players, they backed up along with us too, right? So they're keeping the Schlieffen spotted, staying alive, and sending torpedoes when they got them. So at this point, I'm kind of in YOLO mode, right? We know we've got the game won. I'll go up and press in on him. If he takes us, I'm like, if he takes me out, it's not a big deal. Makes the game short for me. We still get the win. 180,000 damage. He does have torpedoes, I think, the Schlieffen, right? So we could potentially use our sonar. Yeah, we'll trip it. If he survives long enough, he's on fire and/or flooding potentially as well now at this point. And yeah, he didn't even have his guns pointed this direction. I thought for sure he'd like anticipate me coming around the corner, but he didn't. We finally get a kill there with our Witherer medal as well, right? 1 kill, 200,000 damage done, only 1 kill. And then I think that this, I think one of our battleships finishes off the cruiser that's out there. I think it's a Zhao, and I think he's low on health at this point. Yep, so there he goes. Kurfürst gets him. We will check out the leaderboard, and I will go through the commander build quickly here too. Yeah, 196,940 damage. That does put us at the top of the leaderboard. 2,600 XP, it's respectable. And then we do walk away with 162,000 silver. So I'm using aiming system mod 1 here. And then propulsion mod is sort of my default go-to. It's pretty rare that I pick other things there. Concealment, and then I am using the main battery mod here. You could go AA, you could go reload time, right? Like traverse speed's not really good on these turrets, so the like 15% penalty wouldn't really be that big of a deal. I've got sims on here. I don't know if I like the struggle and torpedo. What am I doing? What? Like I guess my saying that I haven't used this ship in a long time, or don't hardly ever play this ship. I wonder if I put these guys on here for some other reason. I was using this commander for some other ship. We need to check. Like it doesn't even have torpedoes. Why do I have torpedo range as an inspiration? Like, all right, I'm gonna check out my other commanders. Maybe we just change. Let's change these here. Who would be? I mean, I'm gonna change this, and then I'm not gonna play this ship again for several months. This is the problem. Shell grouping might be a good idea. Yeah, we don't need torpedo stuff. Such an idiot. Incoming damage to Citadel. You could make an argument for that one. AA and movement speed. Detectability. Might not be a bad idea. No. No. And the HE shell. That's a good candidate. Reload time too. Either of those would be fine. Better than torpedo perks. You're more HE, more HP and movement speed. There, we'll boost him. This is what I get for not paying attention to what I'm like equipped with when I just go and start a game. All right, HE causing fire, that's fine. Reload, you could get the reload out of the on second thought, but you do you here, right? I can't decide. We'll do it for now. Smoke screen, obviously don't get a smoke screen, so we'll do that. Unstoppable. I mean, typically I'm using fully packed for cruisers, right? It's my go-to anyway. Right, and we'll leave Sims as the other inspiration for now. Like I said, it will probably be a while since I play this ship. Curious if I'm using that commander for some other things. Thank you guys so much for watching my video all the way through. Make sure you are following the channel. I really do appreciate that. Push that subscribe button or my my face that shows up in the bottom right of the video here at the end here. But thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.